Hi, this is Emma, and welcome to Esoteric Detective. Recently, someone sent me a link regarding the Mandela Effect, to what could be a very interesting book to have, if we could track it down. And might very well be, smoking gun evidence of the Mandela Effect. But before I go on, it's time for a bit of housekeeping from the Esoteric Detective mail bag. Since a lot of people have been sending me Mandela Effects of late, via my Facebook page, a link to which is, as always, in the description. So let's go through a few from the mail bag. Firstly, a simple picture of a water pump, but one that may be very important, since this is just how people with the Mandela Effect remember the logo. This was sent in via John Higgins Plano, from Texas. After seeing my Mandela Effect video on the Ford logo, he sent me a picture from his own water pump, with the Ford logo, just how people with the Mandela Effect remember it. If you don't know what I am talking about, for many people with the Mandela Effect, they believe that the Ford logo has changed. That is, it never had the pig's tail on it as it does now. This is how it is now, and has always been, according to Ford. What do you guys think? Is this how you remember it? Anyway, in other mail, a subscriber sent me a link to an interesting 4chan thread. That is, a thread where an anonymous user, who says he is a CERN scientist, has been talking about the Mandela Effect on the 4chan boards. Although it is hard to confirm that the person really works at CERN, the information that he posts is nonetheless very interesting. If you don't know what 4chan is, it is a place where a number of whistleblowers have leaked information to the public, including all kinds of major leaks. In this case, the anonymous user states that he is a CERN scientist and that they have been changing reality with quantum D-wave computers. The post seems to have disappeared. However, researchers made sure to take screenshots. A link to the original Reddit post with the screenshots will be placed in the description. The CERN scientist on 4chan compares changes to our reality to a series of Russian dolls, where one reality is inside another reality, and that they are both changing reality, themselves at CERN, and that others, outside their control, are changing it also. He states that they have successfully changed the human brain with a quantum D-wave computer, and how it is attached to the spinal cord, as well as a number of other changes, and goes on to state that in the coming months we will see yet more major changes. He goes on to state that this is why people have a feeling like they are not fully awake, and that they have strange signs of sickness, such as headaches and ringing in the ears, etc., and says it is due to shifts in our reality and changes to the human brain. What do you guys think? Could this be a hoax? Does this sound like something that makes sense? You decide. In other mail, new evidence of the four-seater car in the JFK assassination has been posted. This photo, which has been doing the rounds on Reddit, and is also in the same Reddit thread as the 4chan post, shows a four-seater car, with what looks like JFK and Jackie inside it. It is hard to say if this is real or not, but Mandela Effect researchers say that this is the car they remember. That is, a four-seater car, and not a six-seater car as it is today. I must admit that it does look like Jackie in the back seat of the car. And that is how I remember the car being. But what do you guys think? Does it look like the car, and is this a real photograph of the assassination? Anyway, now for the book in question that I talked about at the beginning of the video. A subscriber of mine sent me a link to this book on Google Books. The book in question is called Western Cape Branch of the South African Council for English Education, 1990. I tracked down the first originator of this post, to a blogger website called IN5D, and a person named Greg Prescott, which I believe was the first to publish the find. Anyway, if we go to Google Books, where we only find small scanned excerpts of the book, and search Nelson Mandela, we find this. A passage that states that Mandela died in 1991. Something that might confirm, in our minds, at least those old enough to remember Mandela dying in the 1990s, instead of in 2013, that our memories might not be as fallible as they are told they are. Since either it happened, or at the time, it was some kind of mass mistake, that put it not only in the minds of the entire public, but also published journals at the time as well. Well, you might say, this must just be an error. Well, maybe it is. But it would be very interesting to see the entire book and the passage in context. It also raises questions. Would someone who is writing for a major South African journal make this mistake? And would they later go on to add that this caused the breakup of the ANC peace accord? It's interesting. And if anyone lives in South Africa, can get hold of this book, let us know. I will make an entire video on it, and of course, credit you for your fine research. But in other news, regarding books, and this is a bit of a shameless plug here, by Ed, the first of which he has done on this channel. But, if you are interested in weird short stories, Ed has published a little weird story, which he thinks is pretty good. If you like to read, have a Kindle, want your mind twisted a little bit, then try Ed's short story. But if you do choose to pick up the short story, please leave a review on Amazon. It will be great to hear what you guys who read it think. But whatever you decide to do, make sure to stay tuned and subscribe to Esoteric Detective to keep up to date with the strange and unusual. And please give a thumbs up if you liked the video. And do let me know what you think in the comments section. Until next time, goodbye.